Meantime, Microsoft announcing some layoffs this morning, including some hefty cuts in gaming. Our Kate Rooney's on that story this morning. Morning, Kate.
Hey, Carl. Good morning. So Microsoft is eliminating about 4,800 jobs. That is roughly 2% of its global workforce. Biggest impact here appears to be on its Xbox gaming division, where it's cutting about 20% of staff. So this isn't Microsoft's first round of cuts, we should say. The company has been reshaping its workforce over the past few years as it shifts all of its resources, or most of them, towards its biggest priority at this point, which is, of course, artificial intelligence. Microsoft said this morning in a memo that its 4 game studios are going to become independent under new management as part of this broader restructuring. The CEO of Xbox writing to staff that this is part of a years-long restructuring. The gaming unit has seen revenue shrink in recent years, while Azure and the cloud business has really become the crown jewel for investors. The Microsoft layoffs do also fit into this broader Silicon Valley trend we're seeing. Amazon, you have Meta, Google, all also restructuring their workforces as they race to build AI products and then fund tens of billions of dollars in terms of the AI infrastructure build out. But Microsoft saying this morning in that memo to employees that the roles being eliminated today are not being replaced by AI. They say it's about trying to realign resources and talent as the technology and customer needs start to change. They also acknowledge AI is fundamentally changing how work gets done. And that is where Microsoft is trying to win. It's that slice of the enterprise business with Copilot. When you look at AI, Microsoft has been the worst performer, though. When you look at the mega cap tech stocks so far this year, it is down roughly 20% on the year, guys.
We were talking with Gil Luria in the last hour, Kate, about gaming. The reporting around this is that none of the publicly announced first-party games will be delayed or canceled, but this is clearly an acknowledgement that the gaming environment is competitive.
No, it's a good point, Carl. I think the bigger takeaway is the strategic shift. If you think about how Microsoft has done these multi-billion-dollar acquisitions, and you think of Activision a few years ago being the priority for Microsoft, flash forward to where we are today, it is so much more about AI. And the way that they're going to allocate resources and spend needs to be on AI in terms of winning. They need to kind of change that structure. They're not doing these mega acquisitions in gaming. If they're going to be spending, it's going to be on AI. So I think Gil has a point there. And earnings are going to be huge. You know, the question now is if some of the spending on AI is going to result in some of the ROI when you look at Azure. And that is the bet for Microsoft bulls here, although there's been a lot of skepticism about where they sit in the AI race. You can see it in the stock price, but they've had this fleet of their own AI models that haven't really gotten traction yet. Although, as we talk about cost and enterprises not wanting to spend big on OpenAI and Anthropic, Microsoft is trying to kind of position itself as a cheaper yet also competitive option.
Yes.